Oh, yet another X post we found, and this one is highly debatable. And honestly, I don't think there's any wrong answer. The post asks us who will ask for a trade. I'm looking at Darius Garland, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram, and Trae Young. Now, of these group of players, well, let's just go through the list, right? Darius Garland. I think it really depends on what happens with his new coach and how Coach Atkinson will use him, because I think Darius Garland has been on the fence, even though the Cavs paid him. I don't think he's been I don't think he's been completely happy in Cleveland.
You don't think so? I know that the 2024 season posed challenges for him because he stayed injured. Face fracture in his jaw,
Yeah.
hand, a thumb, or something. So he had a challenging health year for 2024. So we'll see what 2025 looks like. But I agree. I think his desire I think he's comfortable. I believe he's okay with where he is. Depending on how the season goes and how he connects with his coach, will determine whether or not he'll ask for a trade. And if so, he's probably going to be pushing forward for the midseason,
Oh yeah.
right? Because I
Yeah.
think Darius Garland ceiling is high, and he can be a nice starting point guard on somebody else's team. But I don't want him to get stuck on a team that's below 12.
Right, especially
Yeah,
in the Eastern Conference, because
especially
hmm
in the Eastern Conference.
okay. I'm looking at Kevin Durant. Now, here's a guy who's bounced around a little bit, but honestly, I see KD retiring before requesting a trade. Where else would
Oh,
he go? He has
where else?
nothing else to prove.
Nothing else to prove. I think that where he is with the Suns, I think is his sweet spot. To your point, before he retires. Yeah, I don't see him having a desire to move again.
No.
Why? He has his rings, he has his experience, and I think he's playing with a group of people that he really enjoys, like Devin Booker, who they were away, together when they went to Paris to compete for the country. So I just think that he's okay. I don't see him asking for a trade. I don't see it. Mm-mm.
Uh-huh. But that Jimmy Butler with the Miami Heat, you just never know with him, especially because Pat Riley challenged him to be more available during the regular season
Mm-hmm.
and to take it more seriously. So if Jimmy Butler has the ego that I think he might have, he may be like, hey, coach, or GM or president, whatever you are, don't tell me what to do. I'm just getting that from him.
Yeah, but
I don't know about Jimmy. You just never know. A dude that shows up with a hot press on media day, you just don't know.
no, you really don't know. But on the same note, I think that he desires that type of leadership and coaching from a coach. That's why I think him and Coach Spo should get along probably pretty well, because they can go at it and then they can move on. Because if you've watched any of Jimmy Butler's videos, he came into the league where they would really ride the players tough. So I don't know if the league does that today, but I think that Jimmy Butler appreciates a coach that can call him out on his stuff.
I think he's gotten real cocky and comfortable though with Miami too.
Hmm. I don't see him asking for a trade. And then my question I have here is, where would he go? What's the
Hmm.
market for Jimmy Butler? The market for Jimmy Butler's skill, yes, but what he brings as far as his personality, that I don't know.
And he's aging.
And he is
That's
injury
a
prone as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yes,
He's not a
yes,
young man, NBA's terms. He's not.
yeah, yeah. So
So
I don't know if I don't see him asking for a trade. I don't see that. Again, considering how the season go, but I don't consider that. And then if so, who is willing to take that personality on?
he's going to disrupt whatever team accepts him. That is for sure.
Yes, 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 yes. He's done it. He did it with the Timberwolves. He
Hmm.
did it with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
He has done it with the Miami Heat. It will happen if he goes to another team. That same thing will happen. It will become a distraction for their franchise in the 2025 season. So for
Hmm.
me, Jimmy Butler looks like he could be just comfortable there. And if so, his his partnership with Coach Bostra will probably keep him there. And is there a market for him? Do other teams really desire that personality? Not the skill level, the personality. And I don't
Hmm.
know that.
Okay, so let's move on to Zach LaVine, a player I believe is already checked out, already asked out of the Chicago Bulls, and
Already,
I do
yeah.
not blame him one bit.
No, 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 no. And the Chicago Bulls said, not right now. Go ahead and put on your jersey is clean. Go put that on the meetings on the floor. No, yeah. He did already ask for a trade. They did not honor it, or they couldn't find because not only is he asking for a trade, but I'm quite sure he's asking for additional money as well. pay me what you owe me. So yeah, it ain't just simply you trade me. Oh wait. What does your contract say? What does that clause mean again? I think that's where they are with that.
I mean, but the Bulls are losing franchise right now. I mean, Zach LaVine, I think he has potential. I think he fits in a number of places because he can shoot the ball really well when he gets hot. He can. We already know he can slice and dice and get to the rim.
Right.
He's a really good player, but he's playing for a losing franchise, and I just don't know that he's excited about it. Right.
Right now that DeMar DeRozan is gone and Alex
Mhm.
Caruso is gone. I mean,
Yeah.
you do have Kobe White and
Lonzo Ball.
oh my God. Yes, you do have Lonzo Ball coming back.
Okay, so Brandon Ingram, next up on the list. I don't think there's a need for Brandon Ingram to request a trade. I think the Pels are competitive. He probably has one of the best situations out of all these players on the list.
Yeah.
You get to play with DeJounte Murray, CJ, Zion 2.0. What? Why? Why would you want to leave the New Orleans Pelicans other than them not offering him the money, or he's just not getting enough touches with DeJounte there? Why would he want to leave the Pels?
Yeah, he's in the ideal spot for this upcoming season. I think he should stay steadfast and stay there. Yeah.
Yep. And then Trae Young, I think he likes being the center of attention for his franchise, whether they win or lose. I just don't see him. He is the Atlanta Hawks. Like, I don't see him asking for a trade at all.
Yeah, why would they trade him anyway?
If you had to rank them, I think Zach LaVine would be number one for sure.
Oh yeah, by midseason trade, yes, Zach LaVine for sure.
And for me, following closely is Darius Garland.
Uh,
Yeah, it depends on what happens with the Cavs.
yeah,
And
that's true.
and then Jimmy Butler, I have him right at number 3 because he's cocky and comfortable in Miami.
Yes, he is.
And then BI, hey, he wants to get paid. I get that. Then Trae Young, and then I have KD, who I think will likely retire first.
Right. That's pretty good. I can support that. Yeah.